Hello and welcome to this new section on smart planning and scheduling in this course here for time management excellence. And we are now going to take a look at the first lecture of that. So, the purpose of this section is to give you an in-depth view to help you use AI for smart planning and scheduling for obviously time management excellence. And in this particular lecture, we will talk about one of the things that we will tell you quickly is on using AI calendar assistants like Google Calendar, Microsoft Copilot, Reclaim.ai, etc. So let's take a look at how to use AI for smart planning and scheduling. Right. So how can you use AI for smart planning and scheduling? There are two key tools, two ways that you can do. One is to use AI calendar assistants, as we have started talking at the beginning of this lecture, of Google Calendar, Microsoft Copilot, and Reclaim AI. And these tools will learn your preferences, prioritize the tasks, and automatically schedule meetings or focus blocks. So that's the first thing, and that's what we will take a look at in greater detail as we go forward. Second thing is to use predictive reminders, in which AI analyzes your work habits and suggests the best time for deep work, uninterrupted work that you can do some creative work as well, or the breaks or the exercises. So those are the two broad ways that we will cover in this section, starting with the first one now. So how do you think you can use AI calendar assistance for smart planning and scheduling? Any thoughts? Any thoughts? So AI calendar assistants are like having your own personal chief of staff. Can you believe that? Who plans your day with intelligence, not just based on availability. So you have time availability, but this tool, AI calendar assistants, work like chief of staff, your personal chief of staff, to plan your day, right? Now, what are the ways you can use them for smart planning and scheduling? Let us take a look at them. So first, what you need to do is to centralize your commitments. You need to connect all your calendars into one AI calendar assistant. The calendars could be work, personal, family, and you have many calendar assistants available. AI calendars like Reclaim.ai, Motion, Google Calendar AI, Microsoft Copilot, etc., etc. And then you need to import recurrent meetings, deadlines and personal routines like exercises, meals, family time, etc., into this calendar. Now, what this will do is this will prevent double booking and ensure that your assistant sees the whole picture of your time commitments, right? So, centralize your time commitments to start. Then you need to set priorities and work styles. So, for that, you need to define the task priorities. And you could use a system of urgent, important, flexible. So, define the task priorities. And then add your energy peaks, deep work mornings, calls in the afternoon, etc., etc. And then tell AI about your preferences in terms of, you could say never schedule meetings before 10 a.m. or protect 2 hour block for focus. So like this, you set your priorities and then you tell AI your preferences. And this assistant now uses this data to protect high value time slots. So like this, you can set priorities and work styles. Then you can take a look at and use the dynamic scheduling and auto rescheduling, specifically the dynamic rescheduling framework. And when a new task or a meeting arrives, right, the AI will automatically rearrange your schedule using this such a framework. And if a high priority item comes in, it will shift low value tasks without you needing to drag and drop manually. And for meeting, AI will suggest the best mutual times available based on availability, reducing back and forth emails. So like this, you can use dynamic scheduling and auto rescheduling. The fourth thing you can look at is task time integration, in which you can assign tasks directly into the calendar instead of leaving them on the to-do list. You can actually get away from using the to-do list manually. The AI will estimate, how long the task will take and then fit them into the available slots. And if the task slips, assistant will reschedule it intelligently instead of letting it pile up. So like this, you can integrate the task and time. Then you can also use buffer and break management. Now, what do you do there? You enable smart buffers, where AI ensures 5 to 15 minutes before and after meeting buffers. And then you schedule micro breaks for energy recovery. And this will reduce the fatigue and help you stick to your agenda without burnout and improve your productivity and release time, more time for yourself. You can also do continuous optimization. Now, over time, assistant will learn your pattern, right? The AI assistant will learn your pattern in terms of, when you are most productive, which meetings drain you, which tasks get delayed, and then it will adjust the future schedules accordingly, creating a self-optimizing time system. So like this, you can do continuous optimization of your time and reach to the time management excellence levels, right? So let's take a look at an example of this happening. So you have 5 tasks, you add these 5 tasks, like write report, which will take 2 hours, client call, 1 hour, review team deck 45 minutes, gym 1 hour, grocery shopping 30 minutes. Now, the AI calendar assistant will then start scheduling them based on your priorities, based on your preferences, etc. As we talked earlier, it will, and the way it will do could look like this. It will block 2 hours in the morning for report writing. That's your focus time, the peak focus time. Then it will place the client call at 3 p.m. Then energy dip, but you can still be conversational. Then it'll add a 15-minute prep before the call because of the buffers that it needs to add to keep you perform well. Then it'll fit gym at 6 p.m. and grocery at 7 p.m. And if a new urgent meeting comes in at 11 a.m., AI will reschedule the deck review for later. So that's an example of scheduling hack. Now, what do we do next now? So in the next lecture, we will take a look at the second part of smart planning and scheduling of using predictive reminders, in which we will see how you can use AI to analyze your work habits and suggest a better time for deep work, breaks, and exercise. So thank you so much for this first lecture on smart planning and scheduling. I hope you are continuing to learn new things, continuing to enjoy, and I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture. Please feel free to message me if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer your questions, and do download the PDF file to take a look at anything that you need.